guys, so today is my mother's birthday. I know I'm super late on this tag, but I decided to do a makeup tutorial using only my mother's makeup. My mother has a lot of purple shades in her collection, so I decided to go with the ones that she uses less often in terms of eyeshadow, because I didn't want it to be a straight up purple look and using brands that I haven't used before necessarily, or things I haven't used before. My mother and I do share a lot of makeup in terms of, like, I'll be like, oh, I really like this blush, and then she'll go out and buy that same color. So there are a couple of things in this collection that I may have given her, or that I may have, you know, said, oh, this is a really great product, you should go and try it, and she's gone out and tried it. So yes, but she also doesn't have a lot of nearly as much as me. She doesn't have nearly as much makeup as I do, so this will be kind of a challenge, and I will be using my own makeup brushes, because my mother doesn't necessarily clean her brushes a lot. Whenever I clean mine, I'll typically clean hers, but I figured, you know, just for the sake of, I'm gonna say, you know, cleanliness, I'm gonna be using my own brushes. And I know a lot of times when people do this tag, they'll use their mother's brushes, but I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So I am going to be starting with what she uses as a primer. It is the Murad Age Reform Invisibler Perfecting Shield. So this is actually pretty cool. I used to work with the brand Murad. Is there even any in here? Oh, there we go. And I recommended this to her because this is like a silicone based primer. It also helps treat, it blurs any imperfections you might have, can reduce pore size, and can actually help diminish any fine lines or wrinkles you may have. This is peeling off my face though, and I think that's because this is older, because I have actually used this product before and I've liked it, but I also may have put a little bit too much on my face. Okay, now this is another product that I actually recommended to my mother because her skin's slightly more oily than mine. I'm a bit more on the drier side, and she likes having a thicker foundation anyways. So I recommended to her the Kat Von D Tattoo Locket Foundation. This is the shade Light 45 Warm. I think I'm more of a cool tone, so this might be a little bit interesting. But this was something that I know I recommended and she doesn't use anymore because it's something that I don't think she likes it anymore. I know she uses a Tarte Amazonian Clay, the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation, and I know she likes that a lot better. So what I remember having to do with this foundation was kind of swipe it all across my face like that, because I remember it not really blending. Ooh, that looks like that's too dark for me. I remember this not really blending out as well as I wished it did when I did it in like the blotches I normally would put my foundation in. I also think that this actually really dried out my face. Okay, so this, I remember why I hate this foundation. It feels really cakey. It feels like it's sitting on my skin, which, I mean, I don't necessarily want it going into my pores, but it is not a comfortable feeling at all. The fact that my mother has dealt with this, I don't even know. This also looks like, I don't know if you can see on my forehead, there's a lot of texture there. I just don't like this. Alright, so next is this Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Anti-Dark Circle Eye Roller. We're going to use this as a concealer. I'm having some breakouts right here and over here. Okay, so what I'm noticing right off the bat with this is that this roller, well, I understand what they're trying to do is like, oh, this is cooling and this is gonna help depuff your eyes. It's not really helping with any of the actual like product being dispersed and dispensed. Going in with my Real Techniques sponge. Okay, I think that didn't do anything. I don't think this can be used with a sponge. I mean, actually it's not too bad. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I would never purchase it, but it's not the worst. I've definitely had worse concealers. Right. So the next thing I'm doing is just using the e.l.f. Some e.l.f. powder. It says the color Sheer. And you know what? It comes with like this little dofa type or loofah. I don't know what this is called. Applicator, but I'm not going to use it because again, you know, I know my mother would directly use this, but I just don't want to spread any kind of germs or anything. So I'll be using my own brushes. Okay, so the next thing that I normally would do is contour. Now, my mother has one of these types of palettes. This is the Elevation Multi-Tier Kit by Profusion. I remember I gave this to her because I wasn't a big fan of the palette in itself, but this is the only contour shade she has, and it's this one right here, which looks really orange. So we are going to be using that shade with what I normally use for contour, and we're gonna see how this works. Okay, so it looks like that didn't film at all. So I started putting blush on. I'm taking this second darkest shade in this BH Cosmetics palette for blushes. It looks like it's actually, it looks really pretty in the pan, but it's showing up on my face pretty muddy. But these are pretty, this one looks less muddy than this one, so I don't know what happened. But overall, not bad, not bad. I don't hate it. I'm gonna take the lightest shade though and kind of put it all over my face because I like to have like a natural flush of color all over. So I was looking in the camera viewfinder, I realized how bad that looked. It doesn't look that bad in person. It looks good, it just doesn't look great. But I guess this video was already a fail. So I'm now gonna take the only highlighter that my mother owns, which is this e.l.f. highlighter and concealer duo. And it looks like she's been using it almost like a lip gloss topper. But we're gonna use it as a highlight today. Let's see how we feel about it. See, when I first put it on, I thought it was going to be much more stark, but it looks like it's going to be more of a natural highlight. And this side's more stark. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to even this out, and I'll get right back. Alright, so now I'm taking this Lancome Color Design Squad with these pretty horrible shades. And we're gonna try and make a look out of this. My mother does not have any eyeshadow primer, but she does have a concealer. So we're gonna take the concealer part, what we just put on our face, and we're gonna use this as a primer. Whether or not it's gonna work is a totally different story, but we're gonna try. You know what? I think this would be a great concealer actually. I don't know how it's gonna crease though. I don't know if it's gonna crease. So, but I mean, just by how it feels, it does feel like it'd be a good concealer. It's teeny tiny bit tacky to the touch. Not like the NYX glitter primer that's incredibly tacky to the touch and like you touch it and it's like and half your eyelid comes off with your finger. But yeah, I'm gonna let's try to make a look. I'm gonna take this super pale shade and I'm gonna put that all over my lid to hopefully set that concealer and prevent creasing. So it looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it, which, I mean, there's a teeny tiny bit in the pan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this color right here and I'm gonna use that as a transition shade, or try to, in the crease. The thing with this palette is there's only one matte shade, so there's really only one crease shade, and it looks like it's a black. So I'm really not gonna just put that into my lid and blend. But I am bringing this down a little bit to give it a little bit of a more smoked out, smoky eye effect. We're gonna do that with the other eye. All right, well, so now we're gonna take the black shade that is in this palette, this black shade right here, and we're gonna take a really small like dome brush. Sorry if I seem a little bit frazzled right now. As soon as I turned that camera off, I realized that one of my friends had called me, so I answered. During that phone call, I received a very stressful email is what we're gonna call it, and which I really don't want to go into, but I am not excited about this. But whatever. All right, so now we're gonna blend. But I mean, I guess life is just stressful in general. Oh well. Okay, so I think I have everything as I want it. It kind of all blended out to like a grayish color, but I'm gonna take this green that's in this palette and use that as the shimmer. This feels like a very Christmassy look, which, I mean, I guess I'm not gonna be like about, but since Christmas is right around the corner. Ooh. Every so often, you guys will probably notice the camera starts shaking. It's because I'll kick the tripod because I have it pretty close to me, and yeah. So now I'm gonna move on to eyeliner. My mother has an e.l.f. eyeliner eyebrow thing, and it's in the shade brown. So I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna line my eyelids and I guess do my eyebrows with it. So I'm not used to using a pomade, so my eyebrows turned out really weird. I'm going to be taking this Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. This looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, to be honest. Alright, and my eyelashes are insta-clumpy. So the thing with me and mascaras is I like my eyelashes are actually really long, they just don't have any curl to them. So I just need them to curl, and most mascaras can't curl my lashes because they like don't like curling. But what can you do? So like I try to go for mascaras that curl my lashes. Now I have two choices of lipstick. My mother has a lot more, but these were the two that I like saw, and I was like, I guess I could work with them. This mauve color, which I'm not gonna do because I'm wearing like green on my eyeshadow. I got a lot of mascara on that one eyelash. And then this one, this is a Lancome. Yeah, this is Lancome Exceptional Lipstick in the shade Starlight, and this is what I'll be using. It's a good nude. Again, this isn't something that I would purchase, but so this is the final look. It's a look. But yeah, there's not like a whole lot going on here. It's not really wow or anything that I'm used to. But I mean, hey, makeup, right? I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm really tired and I'm a little stressed out, so